You're watching Network Radio. Live from the Media Broadcasting Center.
CTN Ideas in Motion. Information on projects that make your life better today and for tomorrow. Providing information towards solutions for today's problems. Live from the Media Broadcasting Center, Ideas in Motion.
And good evening, everybody. We've got Mark Fanjoy at the Media Broadcast Center for Ideas in Motion. And welcome. I appreciate you taking a little bit of time. I know our holiday's here. It's Friday night, and everybody's trying to get their live shopping in and the rest of it. So I appreciate you stopping or being able to listen to this later on is even a hopeful time as well. So again, welcome to the show. We're going to introduce Ideas in Motion tonight. We did do a little brief show on this a couple of weeks ago, and Uwe, who's our guest tonight as well, gave us a little bit of a walkthrough through the site. We've got some data plugged into it now, and hopefully by the new year we'll be fully going and have a lot more people more comfortable adding their information and participating in the ideas. And of course, part of this is a big mention about our projects that we have going on and that we're ongoingly developing. And Uwe and myself have been very diligent in the last 2 weeks getting the launch of our first project that we're going to announce tonight. I mentioned it a little bit on some of the Facebook groups and a couple of other places that we're very proud of this project because it benefits everybody and there's no risk, there's no fighting the law. It's something that we do every day anyway. And I think it was a perfect place to start in order to make a difference in every part of our life on a daily basis. So with that, I'm going to announce our first project as being the CTN Community Shop. This is a project where we're going to be database listing all of the privately owned businesses, whether they've got incorporated behind them or not, or company along the end of their name. That's the system forcing them to operate this way. But the whole idea of this is that they're privately owned by the entrepreneurs and the people that are trying to make their way like all of us are. But it'll be a database that doesn't have the corporational system behind it or the franchise type of systems, the big box stores, the pizzas and all of that, where basically they're controlled by just the corporational governance out there. So this is really about us using our biggest power that we really have right now is ourselves and our own energy and how and what we spend our money and our purchasing powers and everything that we buy on every daily basis. So our basic philosophy with this is where you buy and how you buy, it matters. It matters in many more ways than most people realize, and some of us that are into the whole corporational government and everything else are a little bit further along with that. But for the absolute masses, we all understand what the big box stores and the corporations have done to our economy and to our overall communities in a number of different ways. So this is about reuniting the community to their shops, the individual consumers, back to their actual local stores or their online stores where these companies are trying to run their businesses out of their home or just staying away from bricks and mortar. But they're still the same avenue of things. They're they're the entrepreneur that is trying to make their way outside of the corporational system. So if Chance has got the website there, you can pull that up on the screen and you can have a look at it. And when he ever gets a chance there, and I'll bring Yue on with us at the same time. Yue, you there?
I'm here. Evening.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
I know you're
Still,
pretty tired too after this week, and you kind of got a real whole coding thing in your head right now, and so forth. So I appreciate you taking a few minutes with us and helping share the idea with the whole project.
sure. Yeah. That's yeah. I have to wear many hats these days. That's just the nature of the beast, but that's fine. And the excitement, I guess, overlaps everything and helps through every little hurdle that might come up for somebody that looks at code and rips. I have enough hair, thank God, that I can still rip a few more out. But yeah, it's definitely has been an exciting time, and can't wait to see where this is going now as we basically come full circle with everything, with manifesting our ideas, visions, and basically now showing it to the world.
Absolutely. I think that was one of our biggest endeavors over the last month was not only does Ideas in Motion want to be a platform for information, but it was absolutely about moving forward in our solutions and not just sitting back. And I really hope that the general public out there sees that this is about taking those steps and actually doing something that is tangible, that is going to make a difference in our lives and make a difference in our communities. Uh, and with that, we kind of brought along that our projects are really multidimensional. So, as I kind of mentioned at the start there, the whole basis for the community to go and get involved in this listing project shows the consumer that they're supporting the community, that they care about their consumer and giving a value to their consumer, and that they're willing to step up and give back into the community through this type of an endeavor. They have an absolute brilliant price point and all the services and the features that the website offers them and their listing offers them. They have a flat rate of $97 a year, which I know even just for me being an East Troffer and having my own little shop for quite a while, trying to list anywhere. I mean, the cheapest little thing that you can get in our area is like $70 per month. And half of the time you don't even see a result from that, but it's almost kind of a necessity in business, even trying to get your name out there. So the overall value for the shop is actually immense. It's almost an absolute no-brainer for them to participate just on a price point level, let alone all the other benefits that they have. And for the consumer, of course, they know already that that they might save the odd buck here and there, even if that is the case. I know for myself, I've doing this project. I went into Walmart. I took a list of 50 products that I shopped in the last 2 weeks at other stores. I had a list with me with the actual prices I paid, and I went through Walmart's, and they were actually ended up being more expensive to shop there than what I'd actually bought over the last 2 weeks doing the shopping I'd done. So, like most big box stores, everything else, yes, they have their benefits, but they sure don't outweigh what the benefits of the other stores are. So in that sense, the consumer knows that, and I think can feel comfortable that buying at your local is not hurting you, and in fact, it is going to give you a value not only in your products that you buy and maybe a return to a much better quality of products. But your service and your attention and keeping the money in the community by somebody who actually is running a store that lives there, that has a vested interest in their community, their families they're bringing up, their kids are going to the same schools, they're involved in all their local community activities. You lose this when you start keep on doing nothing but supporting the big box, because it might have a bigger parking lot, or your parking's a little bit easier to get to. Which really, out of the end of the day, is the only real advantage I've seen of any of them. That maybe some downtown shop, it takes you an extra 5 minutes to park, and you actually have to walk a block to get to the store. So, but in actual fact, when I went to our Walmart in Hamilton, off of Centennial Drive there, it was so packed I was actually walking probably the equivalent of 3 blocks to get to the front doors. So I really didn't save myself anything at all. One of the other big benefits of this that we're very proud of, and that we really wanted to pay an awful lot of attention to, was the affiliates program with this. Do you want to fill us in a little bit about that, Yui?
Sure. The basic idea is to really make it very attractive for affiliates, since we actually decided that we launch now with this project not only in Canada but also into the US. And everybody knows that the Americans are probably even hurt quite a bit harder from an economic, environmental level than the Canadians are at this point. So I think there's a lot of people down there that appreciate any kind of opportunity to basically make a little bit money on the side, or maybe even turn something into a full-time career. And the advantage of this project is really that you don't have to apply for a job or anything like this if you can get behind the concept, behind the idea of basically decentralizing. That's what this whole process is all about, is bringing the local communities back together, strengthening them, having people care about each other on a local community level, especially when it comes to exchanging energy, products and services and all that. I think that is a signal that probably is already lifted right now just by a sheer desperation in the US. And so I'm sure that it will be embraced by a lot of people to have basically now a platform that supports this process, makes it quite easy now to bring local communities and interest groups together in that kind of format. So since we have decided to roll this out in a non-profit structure, that allows us to basically give a lot back to the affiliate that is doing the effort and is wheeling and dealing in his local community if he decides to participate in this. And as you already mentioned, it is also very attractive for the businesses. So it's actually it's been designed to create a win-win situation for everybody involved. And that's hopefully what people will experience once they get engaged either as a business or as an affiliate. And of course, businesses even can become affiliates. There's all kinds of opportunities that we might not even have thought of, that people in their creative potential might even build out of this. So basically, the platform is there. It's ready to go, and we have a lot of ideas and support systems in place, offline as well as online. So that's basically what it is. And so it's a little bit more than 50%, like $50 per affiliate is what we've decided at this point to give back for a business for a yearly membership. Which is very generous in this type of industry. And of course, the way how we've structured it allows us, to do that. it keeps the money actually that way right there in the community. It's not some big advertising company from out of town, that basically takes a big cut out of bringing the consumer and the business together. It's just stays right there where it belongs in the community, and that's basically one of our goals. And I think we've probably achieved that with the way how we've set it up.
Oh, absolutely, and even just with the base, if anybody sits back and thinks of it at all, I mean, you take a 40 hour a week job at minimum wage, and by the time they take all the deductions and everything else off you, I mean, that's early signing up 4 or 5 companies a week and replacing that income entirely. Because with us, as well as being an affiliate, that means you're basically working for yourself. So your money coming to you is your flat amount. What you decide to do from there is up to yourself. So I think that's a huge benefit to anybody, and even especially on a part-time to supplement income, or you have kids at home and you're maneuvering around. This can be done online. I think anybody familiar with affiliate programs at all already can see the huge advantages to it. Um, and for those that have never really thought about it, I really tested this out myself. I've never belonged to any kind of an affiliate thing before, so just as an example, I was out today and I went and got my water jugs refilled, and I went to the garage to have the heater checked on the car, and went and picked up some electrical supplies for the office I'm building. And all I did was mention the community shop as I was going along. So as it turned out, maybe took me an extra hour of my time for all the time I was out this afternoon. And that was 4 new shops that came online. And out of them, one of the shops that was the garage turned around and said, well, I mean, I've got 6 or 7 suppliers, and I've got probably a half a dozen customers I know that run their own little shops. I can refer all this and do this myself. And I told them, absolutely, you can either refer them in through me and I can compensate, or you can actually be your own affiliate. So that was an absolute bonus right off of the start. So it definitely does work, and I think it has nothing but advantages all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just kind of see some of the website. He's got the website there pulled up, Uwe.
Yeah, just a second. Just a minute.
Yep, you're just doing a screen share there.
Yep.
Perfect. He's just getting back to the main site there, so everybody can take a look at it, and we'll be announcing our Facebook page a little bit later on to all the groups out there. As you can see, the address is www.ctncommunityshop.com. You'll be able to go and check out the listings and check out the affiliate program and the different avenues and the different categories. One of the benefits of this that I found as well, that for myself, I have a little bit more of a connection and so forth with the contractor guys, and one of the things that I really believed in, as well as some of the organic shops and the organic farming and the alternative health products and so forth. So for myself, as somebody who wants to not only expose this overall, I want to actually push my own passion as well. So this allows me to really target those industries and target those individual companies, and help them along, and be able to share this type of knowledge with them and give this type of advantage to their overall businesses, and help them with a listing and be able to facilitate their success in their shops. Once a month for CTN Ideas in Motion show on the Friday nights. We're going to keep fully updated on the projects. So even with the businesses that are coming online and so forth, one of the avenues I want to do is have guests that are running their businesses and moving forward with things, and have them as guests and help explain some of the techniques and some of the ways that they're discovering that their successes. Share that with other businesses and other people, and also promote their business online as well via the show. So I think that's another whole avenue that really, again, helps the shops connect with the community, and really helps each other.
Sorry, I had an issue here with the screen sharing, but I think now it's up, right?
Yep, we got our front page there, and as you can see, the community shop, because how and where you buy does matter, and a simple little phrase, but of course we bantered that back and forth for a couple of days, and some different ideas and longer things and shorter ones, and but it's something that I think really fits in and really says a lot of things. Hopefully we'll give some food for thought for people that, we hear all the catchphrases that we've been hearing for years. You're voting with your dollar. You are supporting the systems that you are complaining about, and now this is kind of an avenue as well where you can actually start participating in your community, into your shops. Let your shops, even if you're just a straight consumer and you're buying, one of the benefits that we have for the shops is that we have a certificate that they can put a logo style on their websites, and also a format where they can print it out and display it in their shops, so that let the places you shop know that this is out there, and that you want them to, not only do you want to support them, but you want them to support the community back. And again, this is follows into the CTN philosophy of things. It's a non-profit. Everything that comes above the cost of operating the site returns back into the project to expand it, and or returns back into further development of the other projects. So everything stays right within inside of the philosophy, as all projects will. And as you can see, just as the basic page there, as you just go into the page, you've got your keyword searches, and you can go by locations or categories. Just a moment ago scrolled down, and you can see the different categories that we have. You can go on those directly. And of course, we weren't short-sighted in this at all. This is a global endeavor. This I'm truly excited about, and quite inspired that we didn't just stay to the Canadian revenue of things. This is going to launch right through North America right off the bat. And then, of course, just like Ideas in Motion, the whole platform is totally accessible for anybody else around the globe, and is going to be able to participate in it. So that's kind of the project in a nutshell. We'll have a lot more announcements over it on the next show. A little bit more detailed. We're going to come back and do a full detailing of the affiliates program and explain that through a bit further and carry that after the holidays. In the meantime, we did want to, because we all had a few days off through the holidays, we did want to get this launched and get it announced. It's kind of almost a perfect timing where you've got all your last minute Christmas shopping and the rest of it. As I've mentioned in our Facebook group and a couple of other places, it's really time to kind of check your dollar and maybe decide where and how you buy does matter, and support your families that are trying to run their businesses and make a living and be part of your community. Maybe your dollar or that little gift that you're buying or helping somebody else out or doing whatever you're doing with your dollars this season. Maybe you can shop it in a different locale. So you got anything to add there, Uwe?
Yeah, no, I mean, you pretty much said it. I could get into all kinds of philosophical reasons now still why this whole concept of, again, decentralizing and keeping the dollar, keeping the value in the community, and not like, ship it out to whichever corporation that you don't even know where their headquarters actually are residing, not necessarily even in your country and everything and all that. And like you said before, this phrase that everybody's aware of, vote with your dollar, this is an actual tool where voting with your dollar actually can have a real meaning, because it is a vote. If you stay and support your local community and try to avoid supporting those big corporations that a lot of people are complaining about, including us, but there is only a few selective, real, tangible methodologies to actually, for the individual to actually really make an impact, and this is one of them. And if a lot of individuals do those tiny little steps on a small local level, this can have a tremendous impact. And that's also something that is where we have our heart set on, is not only give tools and ways for people to do that, but also have a kind of a little bit an education about, let's say, the power that is in the individual's hands as they are engaging in processes and dynamics that actually are doing that. And of course, it will be, as we can watch, hopefully, this to grow, this project, that's where we can feed back to the local communities to see what they, as a sum, no matter where they are on the picture, on the map here, as a sum, what kind of impact they might, they actually might really be doing. And hopefully that is a positive feedback loop also on the, let's say, on the psychological level for the individual to actually see, indeed, everybody can make a difference, and voting with your dollar really is not just a term, a phrase that people throw around. It's something that you can really go and walk the talk with. And so looking really forward to see how this evolves and how people react to this concept, to this idea on both the consumer and the business level. And we're definitely doing everything in our might, and we're receptive for any kind of creative input and ideas to make this even better and to help everybody involved, no matter on which level they're coming into this project. And who knows what additional projects might be able to be launched out of this if everything goes in the way that we envision this.
No, absolutely, and I'm sure some people even just looked at some of the numbers right off and go, you know what, if we can have 10,000 businesses across across the country up in a little bit, that's a huge amount of revenue that can go back to affiliates and go into projects. And of course, when you look at North America and you talk about every kind of small business that there is, and you actually think about it, even just look around when you're driving to work, these are huge numbers. And like I said, I didn't even step out of anything that I was doing. I just talked to people that I was actually spending my money with today. So it can have a very dramatic impact with very little effort. And those that put effort in, there's like anything, you reap what you sow, and the more effort that goes in, the more that you're rewarded, and the more that your community is rewarded. And that's because how and where you buy does matter. And I think that's a very good point that you made, Uwe. It's walking your walk and not just talking about it. This is a perfect example of actually being able to tangibly do something, and it has a much bigger impact, even though it's such a basic, uh, seemingly simple idea. And
Yeah, just a quick idea to stay on that again on that phrase, voting with your dollar. It just came to me. This is speaking now for the U.S. more than Canada. I don't know if the statistics are similar, but I think on Capitol Hill or in the U.S. there are the amount of lobbyists. I think there is per politician there is like 20, 30, 40 lobbyists or so. When you think about that, these lobbyists are all interest groups from these big corporations. So now imagine the politics that are being pushed through. What kind of interest groups are really there behind this? So again, that voting with your dollar situation, this is an answer that the local communities, the local people can give to that kind of situation that is going on in Washington, D.C., right? So that's just kind of something that came up here in me. I think that is a very important image here, a very important picture that people should really think through. This is really a form of an answer to that situation, in my eyes.
oh, I also agree. I mean, if corporations and politicians and everything else actually started seeing the numbers of these big box stores and the corporations starting to drop by 20, 30%, I think that would have a little bit of voting power back to the community. And not only that, but what does that do to your wallet? Um, and as many projects go, it's not quite ready to announce yet. We'll see how the first couple of months of this unfolds. And we definitely have another couple of ongoing technology and other systems to integrate into this that will even step it up to another level. Even with just the off the top of our head, a different currency or a different value of exchange system to go along with this type of networking. So there is much more that can be done with this, and that is going to be ongoing development. So keep your eyes open. I hope you get very involved. We have our contacts towards the bottom of the page. You can contact us either through CTN Ideas in Motion or more directly right through the community shop. And we're always available, always open to suggestions and ideas and moving things forward. So if you don't have anything else, Uwe, I think we'll call it a show at that, since we're very much into our end of our season.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so we did want to get this platform off and announced, and that's just as much of our own excitement and our own ambition to get this going. We've been working very hard to get this organized and get it launched before the actual last big 4 days of the Christmas shop. I hope really that you take the philosophy to heart. This will be the last show for the holiday season. We'll be back in the new year with on Monday with Patrick doing his first show of 2014. On behalf of everybody at the Media Broadcast Center, Chance and Rachel, Karen and Uwe, and all the other people involved, We wish you a very happy and safe holiday. We hope it brings you a lot of peace and connection with yourself and the people that you love. I hope you reach out on a personal side for me. I hope you reach out to the people that are a little bit less fortunate this year and are able to help wherever you can in the spirit of sharing. It should be all year, but especially this time of year, it's very forefront in us. So with that, I'll say good night. Have a great new year. I hope Santa is good to all of you and to all of your families. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to all the families. Take care, and we'll see you in 2014.
You're watching Network Radio. Live from the Media Broadcasting Center